strengthening mechanism of engineering materials. Strengthening mechanism to strengthen the engineering materials. So why should we learn the strengthening mechanism of engineering material? What exactly this concept? Strengthening mechanism of materials. So what kind of phenomena it is? This is what we can understand. The before dealing with this strengthening mechanism of metals, just I will tell you the importance of this strengthening mechanism, where it exactly applicable, when we can take this, what's the role of this strengthening mechanism in engineering materials. Just I will give you one simple example. So why should we take this strengthening mechanism? Strengthening means to strengthen the engineering materials. To strengthen the engineering materials. For that, we can use the different kind of mechanisms. That's what strengthening mechanisms of materials. There are so many there are so many routes, there are so many techniques, there are so many methods which we can use to strengthen the engineering materials. So why we will take the strengthening mechanism? That is what I will clear. That's what importance of this strengthening mechanism I will clear. For example, just you can assume you have a one tool or one machine. It's been working continuously in 7 days, 8 days, or in years, months ago, or year ago, or 10 years, 100 years. It can take a simple month ago. So it's been working a month, that continuously that tool is continuously under service condition. It's from 10 days or it's from 100 days continuously that tool will be under working condition. That the first day you have to examine the characteristics of that tool, dimensions of that tool, and the specifications of that tool with respect to their size, shape, and their capacity also. So first day definitely the tool will, because that is the first day we are purchasing and we are putting into the service conditions. So now it is the service will be a start. That first day definitely we can, because that first day of that first day of service of that from that material, definitely you can get 100% of performance from that particular material, because that is a fresh material, a new tool, and new machine. That is the first day we are starting with that particular tool or mechanism or material. Definitely we can expect the more performance from that material. Definitely it will be happens. It could happen, because that is the first day, that is a new material, fresh tool it is. Definitely our result will be 100%. No doubt in that. Definitely it will be 100%. Not 100%, at least more than 95%. That will be give the best results in the first day. Second day you are expecting the same, but it will not give. At second day, little bit, very small amount of little bit. What we are expecting 95, the second day definitely we will not expect that. If you are expecting, though, that will not give you 94, and second day 93, third day 91, fourth day 90, like that. That performance of that particular tool or machine will be goes on reducing day by day. Just to compare, after 10 days to the first day their performance will be 95%. After 10 days you just look back to their performance, it will be a 80 to 70%. It goes on decreasing their performance. Then what we are thinking, this tool is not performing well, because that result what we get at the end That will be a very poor or less. Sometimes it is a less, or sometimes it is a poor in terms of quality, in terms of quantity, in terms of anything else based on the requirement. But what I am expecting in the first day, second day, third day, now it is the 10th or ninth day, that I will not expecting. That I will not getting, or I will not get, not got that performance, unexpected performance from the tool, because it's working continuously, the tool working 10 days. After 10 days, this will be the problem will be arises, that what we are thinking, no, this tool will not giving uh, uh, as earlier how it behaves, as earlier how it gives. The quality of that product and quality of that result will not satisfied, even though when customers also not satisfied, even though I also not satisfied. That is what your mind is thinking. Then what you are thinking, once once you had such kinds of the problems, then your mind is thinking better to replace that tool, because what you are thinking, the tool, maybe that life of the tool be, maybe the life of the tool is reducing, the efficiency of the tool will be gone out, so better I can replace that tool. Immediately the mind is thinking to replace that tool, because I am not getting the expected performance from the tool. Just it is in 10 days and 20 days. So the performance is very poor in terms of quality or quantity, very poor performance that will give. So I'm ready to replace that tool. That's what your mind is thinking. Definitely, each and everybody we are thinking like that. Just to replace that tool, you can purchase new one. This is the one kind of thinking from the engineers, and other kind thinking is there. That some people are thinking different. They are thinking to repair it or re-strengthen that material without replacing that. The second thought is that now that is very, very important. The first thought, if you are keep changing the tool after 10 days, 10 days, 10 days, every 10 days you are keep changing that tool, what will be the cost of the company? What will be the production cost? If you are stick on to the first thought, better to change that, better to replace that tool to new one. This is the first thought. If you are stick on to this first thought, what will be the production cost? Because every 10 days you have to replace that. If you are thinking like that, every 10 days you have to, after 10 days you have to replace the tool, replace the tool, replace the cost of the company, a cost, investment cost will be increases. Obviously the production cost will be increases. If the production cost will increases, the final product price will be increases. The final product price will be increases now. Definitely that will not sustain in the market, because we have to sustain the market, because the people are thinking low price component, cheap and best components. Definitely your price will be increases, that will be affected to your market. So the second thought is that why should I replace this? I have to strengthen this once again. Then I put back to the working conditions. Let's check it. Let's check out this. If it is workout, then you can continue this. If it is not workout for particular that material, then you can replace. That second thought is very, very important. Without replacing your tool unnecessarily, so okay, that will give very less performance while working. Okay, you can take that material, put into the repair work. Some people are calling it, generally we can say it is a repair. And technically what we can say is to strengthen that material. In terms of what? In terms of quality, in terms of performance, in terms of potentiality of that particular tool. It has loses their energy. Then we can take that kinds of the materials or tools or mechanisms, so put them into the strengthening mechanism. Strengthening mechanism, which is a process, to strengthen your tools or strengthen your materials or mechanisms. In that we have so many strengthening mechanisms. Make strengthened, and put back to that material into the working conditions. Now you check out. Definitely that material will give the same performance as earlier. In the first day, how it behaves, how it could be behaves, how it could be give the results, giving a result like that. That will be again to perform. Again, that material will be a performance same. Again, once again it is lose their energy. Once again, you can put back to the strengthening mechanism to strengthen them and put back to the working conditions without replacing the entire tools and mechanism. This is very, very important. While doing like this, we have to decrease our investment cost as well as the production cost. And the strengthening mechanism is very, very important. So I told you that. So without replacing your components suddenly or instantly, just take them into the strengthening mechanism techniques. In that also, those materials will not give back their original energy, or they will not improve in the even though in the strengthening mechanism they will not improve them. In such cases, you can replace those kinds of materials, because those kinds of materials beyond the limit, because they crosses the limit. Though they will not give the good results while we are putting into the strengthening mechanism, such kinds of materials you can replace, no problem. Now, I will explain you 4 strengthening mechanisms according to the syllabus. Number 1, I will take recrystallization, solid solution. 1, solid solution. Second one, recovery. I will take recovery or recrystallization. Recrystallization. Strain hardening. Very, very important. Strain hardening. Precipitation hardening. These four mechanisms which can clarify you about the strengthening mechanism of engineering materials. Number 1, solid solution. Through the solid solution, we can enhance the mechanical properties of engineering materials. Here, strengthening mechanism with respect to mechanical engineers, so we are only looking to the mechanical properties. Definitely, you want best performance from that material, or excellent performance we are expecting from that particular materials. You have to improve their mechanical properties. Good mechanical properties. The beginning days I told you, good mechanical properties. Processing. This is very, very important. Processing properties. Processing structure and properties. Processing structure and properties. Finally, application. Yes. Just to look into this flow chart, processing, structure, and application. Right? How you process the material. How you process that, your structure of the material is depending upon your processing. Your processing will very excellent and good, because method of processing or method of construction or method of production or method of creating, whatever you can say it is. Your processing should be very strong and thorough and systematic. definitely you will expect or you will get excellent structure or good structure or proper structure of the material. If your structure of your material will be strong and robust structure, that has a robust structure, because structure means microstructure. If that particular material has a robust structure, then you can expect the mechanical properties. Excellent mechanical properties. Now I can say it is excellent mechanical properties due to what? Due to their structure. Yeah. It is look like very strong. It process like very strong. That process is very, very strong. That is what we get a good structure or excellent structure and proper structure and perfect structure. If that material has a perfect structure, definitely we can expect good properties in that particular material. If you got a good properties or excellent mechanical properties from that particular material, then you can apply that material into the applications. If your processing is weak, unskilled, definitely your structure will be a 50%. Perfect. Remaining 50% will be imperfect, or maybe a 70%, or maybe a 40%. Less than 40%, that material will not sustain any kinds of the engineering loads, which means that processing is failure, the failure process. So your processing is skilled and technique that has a good techniques. Definitely your process material will have the good structures. Definitely you find out the good structures materials or good structure in that the processed materials, definitely you get a good properties. Definitely that material has a good properties, you can apply that materials in various engineering applications. Hope you understand. Hope you understand this. Very, very important thing is processing. Processing is including our idea also. Idea, selection, everything is included in the processing. Idea, tactics, technology, selection of material, selection of parameters, selection of tools, everything is included in processing stage only. If your processing stage is in all direction, it should be perfect. If it is perfect in all the direction, definitely we can expect the excellent structure in your material. If your structure, that material has a good structure, definitely property. Property, definitely applications. Now coming to the solid solution, why I'm taking this? Because the solid solution strengthening mechanism is related to this. Let me explain this. Why I'm taking this? Because of solid solution. Solid solution means what? Many of them, I think you are from the metallurgy background, so you would have understand this. I think so. Solid solutions, it is related to the processing of new kinds of materials. This is also one kind of strengthening mechanism. If that particular material, for example, the aluminum, you have aluminum materials because of the cost, because of the cheaply available for you. That's what your tools are made by your productions. Totally your production is depending upon the aluminum only. You are not ready to replacing the aluminum, because repeatedly what happens, what we are manufacturing the aluminum components, that will not give us a sufficient results. That will not give the sufficient results. Repeatedly the customers are complaining on us, or complaining on you, because your material is not good, sir. Only 10 days, 20 days that material will so wear out and worn out, and so the very poor quality you are selling. Like that, there will be a problem. But we are helpless, or you are helpless, because you have only aluminum materials, because that is cheaply available. Your industry is restricted because you are not ready to invest more money, because you don't have more money. So aluminum is cheaply available for you, because So this is the reason we were so frequently you are manufacturing the aluminum compounds only, but you are not ready to investing the more money to purchasing a new kinds of the materials. In that only I can so produce in such cases, because I am helpless to replace the aluminum materials because it is cheaply available in my places. And one thing, second thing, I am not ready to purchase the new kinds of materials. I'm not ready to replace the entire aluminum materials because I don't have money. In that only I have to improve my production or improve my quality of my products. In that situation, how can I strengthen my materials without replacing the aluminum? Because I am not ready to replace because I don't have money. But customer needs more properties or more service life from that my component, not my component, because they're expecting the more service life from my components, my aluminum components. Now I have to go to the strengthening mechanisms because I'm not ready to replace the entire aluminum materials to the steel and other materials, whichever are stronger than aluminum. But I am not ready because I don't have money. Then go to the strengthening mechanism. That is what solid solution. You can take your aluminum. Yeah, you have aluminum. So how much you have aluminum? Use aluminum because it is cheaply available in my places. I have aluminum solutions here. Just one strengthening mechanism. In these situations, what kind of the strengthening mechanism I am supposed to approach, sir? Now we can approach the solid solutions because of these reasons I told you now. So we have a cheaply available aluminum, but we are not ready to replace. But how to strengthen our aluminum products? So in these conditions, you can take this kinds of you have to approach these kinds of the strengthening mechanisms. Now coming to the aluminum solution, this is your aluminum solutions, can take 50 or 60 kg, whatever it is. That is what now we can say it is also composition. So 90 kg aluminum because cheaply available, you can take it. Just one step you can go for the aluminum. Other materials, I am not going to replace the entire aluminum materials. Then you can replace some amount of materials. That is the way I am ready to 10 to 5% I can replace. I'm not ready to 90% of replacing. That will be definitely you have to do that. Then only your strengthening mechanism will work out. Otherwise, no. Now I'm ready to replacing 10 to 5% of aluminum by copper because I know copper is also available cheaply as compared to other steels and other materials. So it will be more costlier than the aluminum. Now I'm ready to replacing the 5 to 10% of copper in aluminum. Take your 90 kg of your aluminum. So melt it. So this is the melt, this is a solution. Now it is, you can say it is a solution, aluminum solution. Now you can take a 10 to 5 kg of your copper material. Then you can melt this copper also. Now both are solutions. Now coming to this stage, this is what mixing stage. Take your 90 kg of aluminum. Then you can add this 10 to 5 kg of copper. Now it is aluminum plus copper. Aluminum plus copper. Aluminum is 90. This is 10%. This is 90%. 90% of aluminum, 10% of copper. Now the solution is ready. The solution is a mixture of aluminum and copper. And I know the copper is more stronger than the aluminum. But I am not replacing the entire aluminum because 90% of aluminum is there. Only 10% I am replacing because of the money. And one thing, I have to improve my aluminum material. Aluminum is softer than the copper. Now I know copper is little bit stronger than, or it is stronger than the copper is stronger than the aluminum. That's what I take 10% of copper into the aluminum. Now the aluminum properties will be a double or improved because the copper property is also introduced into the aluminum. because this aluminum is now, it is not pure aluminum, it is a mixture of copper materials. Now the copper, once the copper atoms are infused into the aluminum, now aluminum is impure by the copper atoms. Now we can take this solution into construct any kinds of tools and components or product. This is the final product. Now this product will not behave as a previous product, because now this product has now double properties, or it is improved properties, because the copper properties also there in this product. Now it is little bit stronger than the previous. Now their service life will also increase while adding the copper into the aluminum. This is what solid solutions. Now these two mixtures, now what happens finally? So after mixing thoroughly these solutions, now we have to solidify this. After solidifying, we will get the finished product. Now this finished product is improved or enhanced property. Just to compare the previous aluminum product with this product, definitely this has more properties as well as enhanced properties. Definitely the percentage of improvement with respect to the percent, the improvement will be definitely we get them. So improved properties and enhanced properties you can get through the solid solutions, because copper properties are also introduced into the aluminum. Now the aluminum aluminum has a copper properties plus there its own properties also. Now we can say it is a double properties or improved properties, or strength will be improved, hardness will be improved. So everything will be improved in the aluminum product. Technically, I can say it is solid solutions. So what kind of the solid solution we can achieve, sir? Now I hope you understand this is what solid solution matter. Now this is not enough. Meanwhile, we should understand what kind of the solid solution we can achieve, sir. Because here, so a lot of technical issues are there while we are producing the solid solutions. There may be a chances of producing the substituted solid solution and interstitial solid solutions, because very important thing it is maybe the chance of getting the interstitial solid solutions. If once you got the interstitial solid solutions, that's very dangerous solid solutions. So you cannot expect the mechanical properties. Though you are mixing the copper into the aluminum, you cannot get the mechanical properties, improved mechanical properties, if your solution is turned into the interstitial solid solutions. In solid solutions, we can expect substitutional solid solution. One. Second one, interstitial solid solution. Okay, interstitial solid solution and substitutional solid solution. Two types of solutions you may get while mixing these two. Here also we can expect quality of the solid solution. Once you are mixing these two, this is a solution. These solutions you may get interstitial and substitutional solid solution. So which one is better? There may be a chances of forming these two, and which one is a better and which one we can follow, sir? Definitely in these two, one is a good, other one is a bad. Definitely we have to follow the substitutional solid solutions. While mixing, what happens? See, the solution. This is our mixture of aluminum and copper. Have visible this? I think this is not clear. Yes, anybody can reply.
Sir, not clear, sir.
Yes, yes. Can you clear this? Okay, not clear now. Okay, wait. Because of the right. I think now it is clear. Yes, now it's clear. I think at least it is good. Yes. Yes. Okay. This is our solutions while we are mixing the both alloys or both metals. We are getting like this solution. So substitutional and how the substitution look like, sir? This is what we can expect. This is we don't want. This is substitutional solution. Entire copper atom. For example, here these are the atoms, aluminum atoms are. So one is aluminum atoms, and the second one is also aluminum atoms, and third is also aluminum. The fourth aluminum. All atoms are aluminum. If you are with respect to the pure solutions, if you are taking the pure solutions or pure aluminum solution, you can examine this microstructure or this solution. You can get all the atoms are aluminum atoms. Once you can examine, all the atoms belongs to the aluminum only. If it is a pure solution, or if it is a mixture of copper, definitely I would expect copper atoms also present in that aluminum, because I'm adding 10% of copper. Definitely, that's what I'm expecting the substitutional solution. One is aluminum because I'm adding copper. Second atom is a copper. Third is aluminum. Fourth copper. Fifth aluminum. Sixth copper, and seventh is aluminum. This is the formation. What kind of formation it is? Alternative formation. Which means what I am saying, initially aluminum, one is aluminum, second also aluminum. If it is a pure solution, now I'm adding a copper now. So one copper atom is replacing the second also aluminum. That second aluminum is replaced by the copper now. That is what substitution solution. One of the foreign atom or foreign atom is copper atom here. That copper atom is replacing the one of the aluminum atom. Entire one of the aluminum atom is replaced by the copper. Now it is look like a alternate forming. One aluminum, other one is copper. Aluminium, copper, aluminium, copper, aluminium, copper, aluminium, and copper. This will be keep on so continuing. This is of alternating forming because I'm adding the copper. Now that copper is thoroughly that is replacing the one of the aluminum atom. With respect to like this, aluminum, second one is a copper. Again, third is aluminum, and again fourth is copper. Like this is also alternate forming. From here also it is alternate forming, but here also is alternate forming. One copper, one aluminum. One copper, one aluminum. This is what we can say it is substitutional solution. Substitutional solution. One of the copper atom is replaced the entire aluminum atom. Now you can expect the mechanical properties because this is what a thorough mixture. This is what a solid solution. In that, this is a substitutional solution. Substitute of aluminum. One copper is substituting the an aluminum atom. Now this is the bonding this is the alternative bonding which will give us a good results. Suppose interstitial solution may happen. How it is? Aluminum, aluminum, aluminum. All the atoms are belongs to aluminum because aluminum is more quantity. If you are not thoroughly mixed this, if you are thoroughly mixing this or by the skilled operator and by the good technicians, once they are mixed thoroughly with adapting the good techniques, then only we can achieve the substitution solution. If the unskilled worker of lack of techniques which we can going to mixture the aluminum and copper, maybe we can get like this solutions. Now you can see this is second figure. In that second image, what we can see, all aluminum atoms are there, but in between there will be a copper atom like this. These are all aluminum atoms. In between, we can expect the aluminum copper atoms in between the aluminum atoms. In this case, there is no replacement of aluminum. You can examine here. Aluminum. You can examine aluminum. So aluminum. But where there is a copper, that copper takes place in between the two atoms due to the lack of technique as well as unskilled operators and unskilled method. We are not thoroughly mixing, we are not properly maintaining the solid solutions. That's what I have told you. The two types of solution may chances. One is the substitution solution, other one is the interstitial solution. Always we have to follow the substitutional solutions. Suppose if you got the interstitial solutions, don't go to the further process. Just solidify this, destroy, again reconstruct, and immediately stop wherever you are. If may you sense we are forming an interstitial solution, immediately you can stop where you are. Because we want this, because entire copper atom is replaced by the aluminum atom. In this case, entire copper atom will not replacing, does not replacing, that will takes place in between the two atoms. The influence of, while forming like this, the influence of the copper will be again remains same, or influence of the copper will not affected to the aluminum. Then aluminum is again remains same. How it is initially, though we are not adding the copper, how it is same. Even though we are adding the copper, this behavior will not change. This behavior will be again it is same, which we can form the interstitial solution. Because entire copper atom does not replacing the aluminum atom. That will be in between the aluminum. The influence of the copper will vary. There is no influence in the aluminum solution. There is no influence of copper influence in the aluminum. So again it becomes weak. We cannot expect the improved or enhanced mechanical properties. So this is wrong. Always we have to maintain the substitution. Yes. Hope you understand this. Strengthening mechanism of engineering materials. That is what first one thing I can take it is solid solutions. Solid solutions, I explain you what is the solid solutions. The mixture of, if I am not ready to replace my entire aluminum solutions, I can replace 1% or up to 10%. I am ready to replace. In that situation, you can replace it and you can enhance your mechanical knowledge. Finally, you are establishing this. Suppose I am achieving the substitution solution, sir. Then this solution you can take it here, solidify, and get the final finished product, or you can produce the finished product. Then you can check the finished product for you with respect to the mechanical properties. Definitely, there will be changes in the mechanical properties, 100%. Because copper is influencing on aluminum. Hope you understand this.
Sir. Yes, sir.
It's clear. It's clear. Okay. Tomorrow we'll discuss about the recrystallization and recovery. We will discuss tomorrow, and also stain hardening and so if possible precipitation hardening also we will discuss. I hope you understanding the strengthening mechanism as well as solution technique. Now I will leave the meeting. Next class will be ready. Madam already I think. Okay, thank you.